Got the sawdust kind of under control and cleaned up a little bit in here. Okay, most of the sawdust, there's a bit of my sandwich here. But check it out. Trying to make croissants in a frying pan because I don't have an oven yet. Turned out okay. Honey, do you want to try some? What do you think? Is it good? Alright, wicked. I ended up using wood filler. This is a walnut coloring, but I don't know. It's an experiment. We'll figure it out. It filled in the voids nicely. It's giving me these nice dark lines on the little parts of gaps between the boards where it's not quite perfect. So I think it'll get a nice boaty look once we get the stain on. So let's get the stain on and see what it turns out like. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I spared you the long waits between all the coats here, but they say that you don't need to sand this stuff. Apparently I do, because my paint job is less than perfect. So I had to wait 8 hours between each coat, and I've done 5 coats now. So it's come out pretty glossy, so much so that my hand leaves fingerprints in it. It's that clean. Definitely the way to go. I'm really liking the way the urethane finished off this countertop, and the stain came out really nice underneath. And that wood filler, I mean, all it is a filler. Once that urethane gets on, you put a bunch of coats, it really hardens up, and it's much, much, much stronger than just cedar alone. So the filler doesn't really matter. As long as it fills the gap, it looks right, it's totally smooth, and then when that lacquer goes on, it locks it all in. Finally today we barely have a breeze, which is really great for working on the boat. Doing stuff on the outside is a pain in the ass when the wind is just howling. Plus I get this real anxiety about my anchors. This anchor has been really, really great, by the way. I set it, I haven't pulled it up in a month now, and it's been set for a northwest wind, and we've had southeast blows, and it's never once reset. So it's a 75-pound Danford Mark II. But I think the big difference between it and some other 75-pound anchors is just the size of it. A Danford Mark II has blades that are like 3.5 feet tall, and then the shank itself is almost 5 feet tall. No, I think it is 5 feet tall. Anyway, so it is just a giant anchor, and it's serving me really well. I think I still might want one a little bit bigger as a storm anchor for this boat, but as my daily use anchor, I'm really happy with that one. So as long as we get it set right. Danfords are hard to set right, but once you get it set right, boy, she really holds. Alright, I haven't done a great job of filming it so far, but we got the top piece of plywood kind of laid in. It's got a curve pretty intensely, so it's melding a very flat section of the front of the boat with a very curved section, so getting the cut right was a bit challenging. We did 2 layers of 1/4-inch marine ply, and we've epoxied them together, and it's come out pretty good. It's just the ends, I haven't finished the ends there just yet. So the epoxy and everything only goes through these 3 central sections here, but already it's really cut down the breeze in here, which is nice. but there is a breeze, and so I'm thinking we should use it. Trevor says he wants to come out and he's got some friends with him, so we're gonna do a little afternoon sail. And so it's summertime. I've got plenty of other work done down here. See this whole box I built and filled in that step over there. Lots of little things, but didn't get those on camera. So yeah, I might not have totally earned this break, but I'm gonna take it anyways.
You really hurt me. You told people that you broke me. Then maybe you did. And maybe you did. But I'm not over it. How the hell do I get over this? You said you made a mistake, then you walked away. But when you held my hand under the vintage sun, I knew it wouldn't last. I knew it'd come undone. But when you held my hand under the vintage
Alright, for those of you who've been
sun,
following the adventure for a long time, you'll remember I had a fishing pole in my camper van, and I dipped that pole in every body of water I passed all across North America, and I never once got a nibble. I went on a specific fishing expedition in the Gulf of Mexico, and every single other person in the boat pulled up their limit in thumpers, red and black. I didn't pull a single one. Not a nibble, nothing. I copied exactly what the fisherman was doing. I had his pole in my hand with his lures, nothing. So, that being said, I'd hand that pole to anyone else that caught something first pull every single freaking time. So I've got a new pole, and I am jigging for lingcod right now. That's the goal-ish. And I've got a couple people here who have at least tried this once or twice, and hopefully it'll turn out all right. Can you explain to me real quick what my goal in jigging here is?
So essentially, you want to trick the fish into thinking that your lure is a sick fish and easy prey. So you want to drop to the bottom, you want to roll up a couple, or reel in a couple reels, and hope for the best. We got our fingers crossed for you. And you know, you can always hand the pole off to us, and then we will catch something probably, as your story goes. But I'll pass you the pole as soon as I hook.
Yeah, and we'll get it on camera and make it look like I did it.
Right.
Great.
Edit it, the beauty of editing.
Yeah, it's the beauty of it. Oh, what is this? Is that the bottom?
Or is it tugging?
No, it's tugging. It's tugging. Oh my god, is it ever tugging? Is it ever tugging?
Oh jeez.
Is it ever tugging? Holy crap, as soon as I put the camera on! Yo, Jesus, don't break the line!
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
So seconds after our last video.
Oh no!
Oh, and we lost it. Maybe it was his line. Maybe he trolled right over you.
Oh, that's probably what happened.
No, you hooked something and it got away. That's what happened.
I hooked something and got away.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It was a good fight.
Yeah.
But it does not. Feels auspiciously.
Well, see that guy's one rod's up too, so maybe he cut his line or something, I don't know.
Right, well, I call the sailing a definite win. Fishing, not so much. But hey, I got a bite, and that's more than I've ever gotten before, so win, I guess. I just didn't bring home dinner. So I'll get to making dinner instead, and then we'll get back to work. Another selection. Okay, so I've got everything piled up on this, which is now hard and dry and looking good. And I moved over to this side where everything was junky and gross and epoxy filled. By the way, if you're ever gonna make a mistake, try not to make it with epoxy because it's a pain in the ass to sand off. Sometimes I feel like half my job is just sanding things. So much so I'm actually getting hired to sand other boats these days. And over the last year and a bit, I've worked on a lot of sanding techniques. I've got a method down, but what it really comes around to is do it right the first time, sand less. That's like the perfect method. Alright, well, the sanding is finally done. I had big aspirations for like filming all kinds of bits about this, but what it really comes down to is don't make messes with epoxy. I'm gonna pick up some more wood filler tomorrow and fill in some of these cracks, and then we'll get to staining it and varnishing it just like the other side. But I'm gonna call it quits for this episode. I had all these aspirations of like filming way more, but this is just such a slog. You know, just sanding all this stuff just took ages and it wasn't very much fun. But next episode will be very fun. We're gonna go to Vancouver. I've got a great big awesome surprise, lots of big changes on not boat related stuff happening, and well, I'll just have to cliffhanger it and tease the crap out of it, and then hopefully next episode will come out really quickly and then you guys won't have to wait too long because I'm super excited about this. So that's it. New countertops coming soon, and really like the varnish. Really turned out well, and really gonna be nice to be super slick and smooth. So you just have to catch that next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.